we have been really working nonstop to just be ready to go July 21st. We really think that the facts of this case are different than they've been portrayed in the media. And so we're looking forward to presenting all those facts. And obviously Judge Dugan will get her day in court, and we're all looking forward to that.
Any sense you can share what you think some of those facts are?
I don't want to go into it, but what I will say is that her actions speak louder than her words. I think that the government is really trying to criminalize things that might have been said in the courtroom. And at the end of the day, you've all seen the video. This gentleman walked right by one of the agents who was in the hallway, and nothing happened.
Do you think the prosecution would like this to be later this year or next year? Do you think they're
they're the ones. They're the ones who brought it up. So it's a little bit different because typically, as on the defense, we are seeking more time. But this case is different because usually in the federal courts, assistant U.S. attorneys, they have their case teed up before indictment. This case was brought very quickly. And so that kind of changes the dynamic. And I think that at the end of the day, we're ready to go to trial, whether it's July 21st, later this year or next year.
You think that they pushed the case too quickly? Is that what's going on?
Well, if you just look just generally, they filed a criminal complaint. That's unusual, the speed with which they did it. Usually these cases take sometimes a year or 2 years to develop.
So if when there is a decision on the case on the motion to dismiss, the judge is pointing out there's likely going to be appeal either on your side or their side. Do you feel there can be a two-track system here while it's under appeal?
No. So if either party decides to take the decision that Judge Edelman ultimately makes to an appellate court, that will probably freeze all of the proceedings, because you can't have that appeal pending, because obviously if she is immune from the criminal charge, which it's our strong contention that based on the motion that we filed and all of the case law, that she is immune from this prosecution, that it shouldn't have even been brought in the first place. So obviously that does have to get resolved, but our desire, we're trial lawyers, we're ready to go, and Judge Dugan is ready to go.
And I don't think the judge made that decision about a two-track. I thought Steve made that decision.
No, it just practically is not going to happen.
Okay.
It's just a question of who decides to appeal the decision.
So do you think the case will be heard this year or not?
I hope
Looking at
so.
everything?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, we were hopeful that we'd have a trial in 33 days. So, but
what is Judge Dugan's thoughts on the matter having a trial quickly?
Judge Dugan is ready to have us present the facts of the case. We think that the facts of this case, the actual facts of the case, not all of the conjecture, not all of the things that were said in the media, will show that the case is very different than the public believes right now, and the facts that have been presented. We really look forward to having our day in court. Within the four corners of the walls of that courtroom, she has broad discretion to do the things that the state of Wisconsin gives her the power to do. Correct. So that is the question. Now, we're not saying that if she committed, some crime, let's say she took a bribe, that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is you cannot criminalize, and it's a huge 10th Amendment problem. This huge tension with the way that this prosecution was brought, because it really truly is an attack on the judiciary. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay? Thank you guys.